bagi tayang ni. Saya nak dekat dengan dia orang. Muangkrabi, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, we will start in 3 minutes. We will start in 3 minutes.
Good afternoon and welcome to the judges, teachers, guests, and participants of Fully Residential Schools International Symposium 2024. Now, I would like to introduce our judges today. The Chief Judge is Encik Khairul Naim bin Abdul Aziz, Lecturer, Faculty of Applied Sciences, University Technology Mara, Cawangan Perlis. The second judge is Ms. Anis Fakira binti Muhammad Kirzani from Sekolah Menengah Sains Tuanku Muhammad Faris Petra. The third judge is Ms. Mastinawati binti Ahmad from Sekolah Menengah Sains Batu Pahat. And I, Nur Adina Farha binti Zulkarnain from Sekolah Tun Fatimah, while the timekeepers, Umar Zuhdi bin Azman and Ryan Ikmal Hakim bin Sofizan, are from Sekolah Menengah Sains Tuanku Said Putra Perlis. Now, allow me to read the rules. Each team should consist of presenters and a technical assistant. The presentation must focus on the sub-theme assigned to the team. The duration of the presentation should not be more than 10 minutes. The bell will be rung once at the 9th minute and twice at the 10th minute. A question and answer session will be conducted after each presentation. Now, let us welcome the team from Muangkrabi School, Thailand. Please share your screen and get ready for your presentation.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think they are ready, and without much ado, let's hear from our friends from Muangkrabi School, Thailand.
Good afternoon to our dormitory. สวัสดีครับ We are Muangkrabi School Thailand. I'm Thanakrit Rotkhong and
สวัสดีครับ I'm เรืองศักดิ์เพชรชำนาญ
สวัสดีค่ะ แอมกุลนัดดาเดชรักษา
สวัสดีค่ะ แอมปิยพัฒน์อัมพหา
First, let me introduce my school director, Mr. Atit Binsan, my research advisor, Mr. เอกรัฐ Thapila, and co-advisors, Mr. เจษฎากร สาคันไล and Mrs. อมรทัศน์ เอียดศรีชัย Now, we are going to present effect of automatic switch using Kidbright board on carbon emission reduction in Muangkrabi School toilets.
Let's begin presentation with statement of problem. Muangkrabi School participated in the Environmental Education for Sustainable Development Project or EcoSchool. The school encourages students to develop an understanding and awareness of being the environment citizens to the problem of global boiling. Therefore, there is a campaign to ask for cooperation from people. Many countries around the world have come together to help reduce electricity use, which has increased according to human demands, which has an increase in electricity production. The electricity production process generates a lot of greenhouse gas emission released during the production process. Therefore, our team realized about this problem and invented the automatic switch using the Kidbright board to control the light use in our school in order to reduce the cost of the release of greenhouse gases to solve the global boilings. As I told you that Muangkrabi School is an eco. The school has developed a curriculum by allowing students to participate in activities within the school and community, such as waste separation and mangrove planting. And the school also organized one classroom, one learning base, one product activities for students to use the things they have at school to benefit them. For example, building a coding room to encourage students to learn to create innovation, and a green classroom provides varieties of media and tools to learn about managing and conserving energy to help global boiling. Here are a coding room and green classroom.
From our statement of problem, you can see that our projects will achieve several goals of SDGs, especially number 4, 9, and 13. A coding classroom has been created to promote learning and develop students' creativity so that they can create innovations to reduce the use of electrical energy. that can cause carbon dioxide emissions. Therefore, we install automatic switch in school toilets to control the lights in the buildings to serve the current global warming.
Many of you might have a question what Kidbright is. Kidbright is the small embedded board containing microcontroller ESP32, which is used to process and control the device on the board, including LED monitor and basic detecting sensor. Example, in our school, we use Kidbright in creating smart garage, sensor forces, and automatic watering system. Next, material and tool used in the fabrication includes Kidbright board, solid state relay, motion sensor, adapter, 220-volt power plug, dual-point jumper wire, and USB wire. How about our study processes? The first process is write code and program instruction to Kidbright board. Step 2, we will try out the program. Step 3, creating automatic switch using Kidbright. And the last one, we in school toilet.
So how we can calculate data for our calculation? We use two methods in our study. We have been surveying and interviewing students in our school, and we found that the average time that each student use in the toilet is about 5 minutes. Then we set the time for our automatic switch, considering this is a suitable time for our file. We want to compare the carbon emission before and after installation, so we can calculate carbon emission from this formula. Is it obtained from activity delta multiplied with emission factor, which is approximately 0.58 to 1 kilogram. So how we get activity data? We use electricity power, time, electrical devices, and day. And our study results are as following. When the sensor can detect motion, the light turn off. When the sensor detects motion, the light turn on. When students leave the toilet, the sensor can detect any motion, so the light turn off again. This is the picture show the toilet after installing automatic switch. Next, we're gonna talk about the caption. From this slide, you can see the comparison of carbon emission before and after installing automatic switch using Kidbright board. On the left side, you can see the volume before installation is 70.95 kilogram carbon per year. And on the right side, you can see the volume after installation is 44.62 kilogram carbon per year.
Lastly, we can conclude our study and findings as following. The first, we invented automatic switch using the Kidbright board that can control the power in school toilets. Next, we can decrease electricity use in the school, approximately 55.54 units per year. The last one, we can decrease carbon emission releasing to the atmosphere, approximately 79.33 kilogram carbons per year. And now, we come to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Save the world begins from us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now the question and answer question. I invite the audience to ask questions. If there are no questions from the audience, we would like to invite the panel.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, can I hear you?
All right. So interesting study. So I wanted to ask, so why you choose toilet as your study area as compared to among other places in your school? So what are the considerations?
And this area we use in the daily life. Yes.
And when we come to toilet, a lot of people forget to turn off the light, so it make we use a lot of electricity power. So we choose the toilet there to reduce electricity power, and it save money and save electricity.
And because the toilet is a public place, people often forget to turn off the lights.
Thank you.
Okay, another questions. So from your result, we've seen here you said that it can reduce carbon dioxide emissions by approximately 29.33 kilograms of carbon per year. So this number is represent a significant reduce in the carbon dioxide emission. Can you elaborate more on that?
Right. It's reduced electricity use in our school. Then from the power plants is reduce carbon emission from electricity production.
Because this project can reduce carbon dioxide emission by reducing the use of electricity in the production process that emits carbon dioxide. If we reduce electricity production, we can reduce carbon dioxide emission from the production process.
We survey of behavior of students using the toilets and calculate the average. Thank you.
Okay, hello and good afternoon from here in Malaysia. You applied this method in light switch, right? Is it possible to carry out this project for other electrical appliances, like maybe fans, air cons, water heater and so on? Because the AI in it is used to detect sensor, right? Thank you.
We can generate the cost to another things, another electric device. Yeah.
Yes, we will determine the program to be the more stable and install this project in the temple, toilets, or public area. It will be save electricity. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our friend's presentation from Thailand. Thank you for the interesting and informative presentation.
Thank you.
Now, let us welcome the team from Experimental School of Education Science, Vietnam. Please share your screen and get ready for your presentation. I think they are ready, and without much ado, let's hear from our friends from Experimental School of Education Science, Vietnam.
Good afternoon, esteemed teachers and friends. We are Team 2 from the Experimental School of Education Science in Vietnam. Today, we're honored to discuss AI for sustainability, balancing advancement and environmental concerns. Our world is facing urgent environmental issues like climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss. It is vital for us as the next generation to engage in promoting sustainable practices. We're going to show you how AI helps us take care of our environment, keeps technology safe, increases community involvement, and why learning about it is so important. There are 4 main parts in our presentation. In our talk, we'll cover how AI is used in sustainability efforts, why it's important to use it wisely, what people think about it, and how it's being taught. Let me clarify AI. We have studied several definitions of AI. We'll focus on the Ellen-Govel definition. According to Ellen-Govel, AI simulates human intelligence through machines involving learning, reasoning, and self-correction. AI gathers data, analyzes patterns, and provides insights. These abilities make AI a powerful tool for solving complex problems. AI promotes sustainability through 3 key pillars. 1. Eco-friendly. 2. Social equity. 3. Economic viability. AI helps achieve Sustainable Development Goals SDG. A 2020 study in Natural Communications showed that AI could help achieve 79% of the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs targets, while AI might also have a negative impact on 35% of these targets. AI strongly impacts SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, by enhancing efficiency, driving technological advancements, and increasing productivity. AI's connection to SDG 9 highlights technology's role in sustainable growth. AI is a powerful tool for sustainability across various sectors. Now, we've covered the basics of AI and sustainability. Now, moving on to the second section, please welcome Ling.
Thank you. AI is transforming our approach to environmental challenge. Let's explore 5 key applications and to understand about it more easily. First, in the climate change monitoring sectors, AI predicts extreme weather events, like how IBM and NASA AI foundation model forecast hurricane Lee landfall path 9 days in advance, saving thousands of lives by allowing earlier preparation. AI enhanced camera increased the detection rate of endangered species by 40%, contribute to our biodiversity preservation with minimal human interaction. AI sensor in field allow farmers to see which area need water or fertilizer, increasing crop yield and reducing waste. In smart grid, AI helped optimize energy distribution, cutting costs and reducing waste. In cities like Los Angeles, use AI Google Air View to manage and monitor air quality, leading to a 20% reduction of air pollution in certain areas. However, AI still has its challenge. Carbon footprint is one of them. AI training is resource intensive, with a single AI model potentially produce as much carbon dioxide as 5 cars did in their lifetime. The consumption is also another concern. AI systems need a huge amount of water and electricity to work, and most of the electricity that AI uses is made from fossil fuel, which emit greenhouse gases. E-waste problem is a growing concern. According to the World Economic Forum, they predict the amount of e-waste that we will generate in 2050 is about 120 million metric tons, which can release toxic chemical into our environment. There is also additional challenge of AI, such as resource extraction. supply chain, and thermal pollution. To tackle these challenges, we suggest three main actions. First, investing in eco-friendly AI technology. We should develop less energy-intensive systems and support in eco-friendly projects. Second, implement responsible AI regulation. We have to set up rules to minimize environmental damage and ensure the transparency of AI energy use. Finally, promoting education and awareness. It is important to increase the understanding about AI environmental impact among public and professional. In conclusion, a balanced approach is crucial. Let's work together to ensure AI benefit our environment responsibly. Now, from your insight, please welcome Duc Minh.
Thanks. Let's look at how the different places, including Vietnam, are to use AI to help our planet. Countries worldwide are doing well with environmental AI because they have advanced technology, lots of research, supportive laws, and work together internationally. However, there are big challenges. Some issues include tricky ethical questions, high costs, and not everyone has technology. Vietnam is also moving forward. Our government is active. We love technology and our tech industry is growing. We also work closely with other countries. But we have our own hurdles. We need better infrastructure and more resources. We also need to learn more about AI and make better laws for using it. When we compare, countries like the USA, the UK, Germany, and Singapore are ahead in using AI. Vietnam is getting better, but is currently ranked 60th in the AI readiness ranking. This shows where we need to improve. To wrap up, while many places are ready to use AI to help the environment, everyone still faces challenges. Vietnam is promising, but we need to do more to catch up. As we all get better, the future for using AI to help our planet looks bright. Now, move to our last part. Please welcome Chang Li.
Thank you, Duc Minh, for the insightful section. Now let's shift our focus to Section 4, Gathering Insights from the SS School Community. Experimental School of Education Science is our school. Please give me a moment. Okay, I am back. I'm so sorry. It was the internet. Let's shift our focus to Section 4, Gathering Insights from the SS School Community. Experimental School of Education Science, ESES, is our school. About our school, ESES focuses on interactive teaching, sustainability, and technology. We prepare students to be responsible global citizens. Our survey included 385 participants from ESES, students, teachers, parents, and school managers. Conducted through online and offline questionnaires and interviews, it aimed to understand awareness and opinions on AI and environmental sustainability. Most students see AI as a key tool for environmental protection. They are eager to learn about sustainable AI but feel they need more knowledge. Parents widely support AI in environmental education, while teachers highlight a need for additional resources and training to teach AI effectively. Our school managers aim to AI education by upgrading infrastructure and training teachers, despite budget and curriculum balance challenges. Our community suggests engaging students with AI through age-appropriate activities. Fun AI tool for primary students, project-based learning for middle schoolers, and tackling real-world problems in high school. Now, let's hear some voices from our community. Our student says, AI can help protect our planet. Our teacher says, I need more resources for teaching AI. Our parent says, AI is essential for our children's future. Our vice principal says, we are committed to integrating AI despite challenges. Our survey shows strong belief in AI's potential for sustainability. Prioritizing AI in environmental education is crucial for a sustainable future. In conclusion, remember to Greta Thunberg's words, you are never too small to make a difference. By integrating AI with sustainable practices and tailoring education for all ages, students can be inspired to innovative and collaborative in tackling the climate emergency. Together, we can create a healthier planet and a brighter future for everyone. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention. We are now happy to answer any questions you may have.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now the question and answer session. I invite the audience to ask questions. If there are no questions from the audience, we would like to invite the panel.
Okay, hi. So I have one question here. In your opinion, aside from education, so which sector is the most ready, most efficient, and most promising in Vietnam to be the first implemented to safeguard our planet? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Beside the education sectors, I think the most ready sectors that is in Vietnam, maybe what's that? Like I think maybe it's the awareness about using renewable energy in Vietnam is the most ready part, and I think that if we can manage the use of renewable more effectively, we can more adjust the environmental impact with AI. Yes, thank you. I hope that's answered your question.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon from Malaysia. Okay, my question is, in your study, you studied the benefits and the drawbacks of employing AI, right? So, in your personal opinion, which aspect of AI or which mechanism of AI would you wish to integrate in the education system of your school, perhaps? Is there any product, any items that is specifically AI related?
Thank you for your question. Well, in my opinion, from my viewpoint, the technology of AI that I want to use in my school is maybe in the energy distribution field, because I think that there's still a amount of students that when they go out of the classroom, they forgot to turn off the light and turn off the fan. So if we can apply AI tools into automatic to reduce the energy that we waste, it can be better. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Sorry, I would like to add my answer to the first question. In my opinion, outside of the education, I would say that the establishing AI innovation hubs and foster industry academic collaborations is a very big sectors here. And we're looking forward to continue to build a robust AI education framework, preparing students for future opportunities in AI and technology.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, judges, and everyone for all the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our friend's presentation from Vietnam. Thank you for the interesting and informative presentation. I think they are ready, and without much ado, let's hear from our friends from KABATAŞ ERKEK High School, Turkey.
Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation on the advanced adaptation of technology and AI in fighting climate change. We will explore several aspects related to this field. First, we'll delve into the original goals and intentions behind developing AI and other technologies. Then we'll evaluate whether these technologies are living up to their initial promises. Are they meeting the expectations set for them? Then we'll have why AI has a critical role. At last, we'll shift on our focus to solutions. We'll explore strategies and some recommendations. Now, let me start with the first one. Technology has several purposes, such as innovation. People always had that wanderlust, making them want always to step ahead. New news and all better as even harder beyond the wish. Improving these systems to kind such as economy or healthcare. Improving the quality of life, simply wanting to attain the basic needs, but not only that, also more having fun, education or such. Sustainability, more stable production processes, as well as more sustainable consumption. And of course, enhancement of efficiency, that we are prioritizing the maximum profit in production today. And then what is the situation right now? As you can see from the graph, global GDP per capita remarkably increased over time. Sadly, we have however, here we can observe some cons such as greenhouse effect, the increase in carbon emission and growing carbon footprint, increase in global temperature, global warming, melting of glaciers due to the temperature rise, extreme weather conditions. Now here we have a graph that we can see how temperature increased rapidly over the last century after the industry.
I'm checking the representative duty here from here. Before answering the question why and how did this conflict between technology and the nature evolve, we must have a look at the relationship between Mother Nature, we, humankind, and our son technology, including AI. Mother Nature gave birth to humans, however, never controlled us. There was and still, although it's weaker than ever right now, a cycle in ecosystem, and that led the system to balance itself, just as capitalism that humans created. Humans evolved and developed into a place where they realized they could create stuff, and so did they. For instance, they created their own systems, like again capitalism. They created technology, raised it as their son. They were able to control technology to at some place, and they liked the idea of creating and controlling something, controlling what they created. and they were once created, forgetting that they were once created by Mother Nature. Can we move on with the next slides? Yeah, there is a technical problem, I guess. The screen share has dropped a line, so we have some difficulties here. We're trying to connect with another device right now.
Check 1, 2. Hi there. Am I audible from your side? Right, Mr. Naki here, helping out on the technical. Can I know who's controlling the Canva slide? Yes, Alhamdulillah. Keluar pun. All right? All good?
Yep, right now it's over.
Yeah, good to know. All the best, yeah?
We're really
All right.
sorry for this. There was an electricity loss at our school
Yeah, I heard from your
this
teacher.
morning.
There is
Yeah.
an electrical issue there. All right. We can see your slide very clearly here, and you are clearly heard. All right.
Okay, we can move
So,
on with the next slide.
all right.
This one was the last part I represented. Okay, here is where the conflict starts. We humans are the main actors in this conflict. We use technology to suppress nature, mother nature, and climbing on top of the cycles, quick but harmfully. As Iran mentioned earlier, never was ever enough for us. Maybe will never be too. However, wanderlust or ambition must not equal gluttony, consequently harm. Climate change is one of the reactions and warnings that Mother Nature sends us. She's sick, but she still loves us, and we still have time. We still have our sun technology, which is more rational than us, and even getting more rational and less under control every day. Of course, we're talking about AI here. We can move on with the next slide. Most probably, this whole explains why humans are afraid of AI's further improvement at some place, because we are scared of losing the control, which will eventually occur, as we acknowledge. But we believe that we, as our team, believe that our fears of losing control can be beneficial for us. Let's have a look at the reasons why AI is critical here. It's a critical actor in our fight against the conflict, climate change. First of all, it has no self-benefit priority. Although we humans are aware of the problem, we know there is climate change, global warming, we still have capital or profit priorities as coming from our nature, because we're a little bit more selfish here. However, AI has no priorities apart from the ones we insert for it right now, at least for now. Secondly, AI has better access to wider range of information, and of course, again critically, it can scan more resources in less time, more quickly than us. Third point is undeniably horrifying capability of analyze skills of AI. Furthermore, AI decision-making skills are developing day by day and blossoming even more useful results when combined with its interpreting skills, which is also improving over time. And last but not least, AI is a tool that works for external builds, accepting their wishes as its utmost aim to achieve. We can move up to the other slide. We already have text and pre-existing AI tools against climate change that we use. Yet, these technologies are still mostly dependent on us while making decisions or making some plans. They still consider our benefits at some place, or they don't have that much control over themselves as well. But we also said that AI is further improving right now. So what critical points come next? We can move on with the last slide. How to fix the broken bond between us and nature with developing AI? How can we transfer from conflict to ceasefire with the main actors? Okay, next slide, please. First, we should be aware of that we are the key element here. We are in the middle of the conflict because nature is our mother and technology, AI, is our son, and right now we're using it. But in upcoming days, AI will improve. It will improve, or it will be able to make decisions on its own. We all acknowledge that with science fiction movies, but most of them end up a little bit scary for all of us. It takes control of the world, but I think we should be a little bit more optimistic here, especially if we're talking about fighting with climate change. AI database is mostly based on the data we gave it, we inserted, and we collected. So in the end, if AI further improve in the near future, maybe it will be still using the information we gave it in the first place. AI uses what we give, whether our control weakens or other way. If we feed it with the right information, if we feed it with the critical problems, and say we should be focusing on this, and some sacrifice can be given. Okay, we again have a technical problem. Can you give us a sec? Something happened to the computer, I guess. We just made a little change in place where we are, but right now we're okay. Then the second part, it will eventually further improve and deeper adapt to the task given. Like if we give it the right information and with the right task, if we advocate for it to safeguard our planet, it will work hard, it will work rationally, maybe more rational than us, and without possessing our gluttony. Besides, AI is able to remember and consider all the data inserted before. Therefore, it will be able to detect what is fundamental, but what's suitable for some restriction better than us. Plus, it's also justified with the non-self-benefit prioritizing nature of it mentioned earlier. For example, when an eco-friendly economic growth plan is required, it will consider all means or all stakeholders of the economy, from the amusement sector to health sector, and it will make a plan with the most yield. And lastly, AI will become a monitoring system for us, as it will maybe more strongly focus on its purpose, because there is less distractions for it, or it's just even if it will have its own will, it will be only hungry for information or its tasks. So we must not be an obstacle on the upcoming era of AI, because we all know we can't deny the improvement of AI right now. It will eventually improve 10 years or 20 years. So fighting climate change is again up to us, even if it gains its own will, because its own will be instructed on the database, the routes we gave it. So we can use our tool for conflict again to achieve ceasefire. We use technology. We created this conflict, but we're the key actor, and Mother Nature warned us. And now we can use AI, or we can just educate, or we can just guide AI on helping us at the beginning and with right steps, and then achieve ceasefire again with what we created. Okay, it was the last slide. We have one more. It's our resources. Thank you so much for listening, and we're so sorry for all this PD we caused for you, the time loss.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now the question and answer session. I invite the audience to ask questions. If there are no questions from the audience, we would like to invite the panel.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We would like you to clarify to us what are the currently used AI tools that can help to solve the problems of biodiversity and damage agriculture as well as in industry.
Can you repeat the question, please? I couldn't hear the last part.
Right. Can you clarify to us what are the currently used AI tools that can help solve the problems in biodiversity, damage agriculture, as well as in industry?
I think it's a comprehensive question, and it has no short answer for it, and it requires a deep research. We also did, but of course we couldn't be. We were not able to resemble, or we were not able to remind all of the solutions. But as we put in our, I guess, ninth slide, there are some drone technologies, but directed by AI for agriculture, or I guess you said. Biodiversity, if I catch correctly, there are some marine preservation programs, again directed by AI tools, but as we mentioned in our slide, still humans have great effects and efforts on these AI tools as well, because still scientists are working with these AIs. They don't have the whole control, and we wanted to stress what would happen even if AI took more control or comprehends more. Thank you.
Okay. Hi. So I have one question.
Hello.
So, yeah. So after you examine various of study and articles, so in your opinion, what do you find the gaps of the study between these advanced adaptations and the pre-existing industrial technology for in perspective of AI?
Can you repeat it again, please? I couldn't really catch the last part, especially.
Okay. So after you examine various studies and articles, so in your opinion, what are the gaps of study that you find?
Is this the old question? Does the question have a rest part, or is all?
Can hear you. Pardon?
I catch the question. It's all right. Okay. I will answer your question, I caught the question. We believe that people, especially scientists, are enthusiastic to use AI tools, and while we're doing research, I think the main problem was caused by like not their users, but they still have some doubts on giving full control to AI or what will happen next when it will improve. So I think right now the scientists' problem is not with the solutions AI brought, but the monitoring process they make. If they make it a little less restricted, what would happen? Would it just randomly created a new language of itself? I think the main problem was their doubts more than the technology itself.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, judges, and everyone for all the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our friend's presentation from Turkey. Thank you for the interesting and informative presentation. Now, I would like to invite College Islam Sultan Alam Shah to begin their presentation.
Thank you to the speech moderator, honorable judges, vice timekeepers, teachers, and my friends. Assalamu alaikum and a very good day, everybody. We are excited to share with you about our topic today, which is maximizing disaster preparedness, the polemical promise of AI. Before we dive into today's presentation, I would like to take a moment to thank our supervising teachers, Madam Raziswari and Ms. Nur Hilma. And also our teammates is Amin as the rapporteur and Arif Hilmi as the technical assistant. I'm Faza as your devoted presenter.
And I'm Dania as your beloved moderator representing College Islam Sultan Alam Shah.
I would like to pose the questions. Have you ever imagined waking up to the sound of pouring rain only to find your house is half submerged in water? This is the grim reality faced by millions around the world each year as they battle the destructive force of pluvial floods.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we gather here not only to learn the severity of this global challenge, but to also explore innovative solutions that can reform our approach on disaster preparedness.
Now, let's dive into the essence of the use of AI in maximizing pluvial flood preparedness in Malaysia. Together, we will unveil the evidence of the threatening situations of pluvial floods in Malaysia.
Faza, will climate change cause any flood in Malaysia?
Dania. How about I share to you how will climate change worsen floodings in Malaysia? Climate change has led to numerous environmental issues, including El Nino and La Nina, that have occurred very frequently across Asia, including Malaysia, which leads to pluvial flood. Urban areas will be heavily affected by pluvial flood without any early preparations. As you can see, a news article released by The Guardian shows one of the most abominable natural disaster cases happening in Malaysia in 2021.
I can only imagine the seriousity of this situation.
All right, without further ado, we'll move forward by explaining our problem statement.
Dear future hopes of our nation, listen attentively and take a look at these horrifying cases that happened beforehand. Don't you think we must address the serious situation and work together to minimize the total losses at all costs?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that pluvial flood will affect our environment and mankind?
Ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, pluvial flood is a threatening environmental problem we must tackle at all costs. The question is, how?
Thus, our purpose of study is to provide a clearer understanding of the implications of AI, focusing on preparedness of pluvial floods in Malaysia, in accordance with life cycle assessment, LCA.
Now, Faza, what is life cycle assessment?
It is a methodology to evaluate environmental impacts based on the product's life cycle. While our aim of study is to highlight key AI applications in predicting pluvial flood by analyzing the potential impacts of implementing AI in pluvial flood preparedness management.
Oh, I see.
Hence, we have used mixed research methods, which under qualitative methods, we've conducted interviews with experts in AI development. Isn't that right, Daniel?
Correct, Faza. And under quantitative method research, we have conducted a survey via Google Forms, which we have gained a staggering amount of 174 responses from students all around Malaysia regarding the impacts of artificial intelligence in optimizing preparedness of pluvial flood. Now, moving on, here are the 5 parts of the interviews which we have analyzed with pure precision. Some of the questions that we asked were about common challenges or limitations faced when implementing AI solutions.
Next, ethical concerns surrounding the use of AI and how can they be addressed.
And lastly, the role of artificial intelligence in flood management solutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let me share the findings of our study. Based on our interview analysis with Associate Prof. Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim, the High COE Research Center for Artificial Intelligence at Robotics Cairo, he stated that everyone, including students, need to understand AI well before using it, and especially the government. But first, set clear ethical rules. Second, create a system to oversee projects. Third, set clear ethical rules. Second, create a system to oversee projects. Third, manage policies in using AI in natural disaster and ensure fairness and inclusivity to avoid biases in AI systems.
Wow, such an interesting sharing indeed.
The second AI expert we managed to confer with was Dr. Nazrin, the research officer at Center for Unmanned Technologies. We conclude that we can use satellite image and radar to teach AI about things like water levels and rainfall intensity for early warning system. We also conclude that we can look at past floods to understand trends better. Tanya, can you share the conclusions of our last interviews?
Okay, Faza, let me elaborate it precisely for the future pioneers of the global advancement. Now, okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the final AI expert which we have interviewed with, which is Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Hanif bin Muhammad Saad from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. A small team led by Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Hanif developed an AI prototype by putting sensors in different places to detect the rise in water level, and the data will be analyzed. Thus, by using this, okay, ladies and gentlemen, dear future pioneers of the global advancement, here is the examples of water sensors in Malaysia. According to Dr. Hanif's statements, they will collect mass data from live parameters to observe the rise in water level. Thus, by integrating AI technology altogether, AI can definitely help in minimizing the impacts of previous floods, because from the data received, we can do risk assessment, and by that risk assessment, we can conclude that previous flood will be lessened. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward. Dear future scholars of our nation, dear future scholars of our nation, dear future scholars who partake in our country's development now, for a raise of hand, who thinks that the government has done a bigger initiative? Thank you. Now, those are the responses from our audience. Now, what about you, Faza?
Of course, there is. One of the government's big initiatives in terms of smart urban planning is the smart tunnel.
Now, you may be wondering, how does a smart tunnel actually work? Correct. Smart tunnel works by diverting heavy rainfall into a bypass tunnel, thus helping Kuala Lumpur in minimizing the risk of fluvial flood, at the same time saving thousands of losses. Now, moving on, here is a summary of our responses. Take a look at this pie chart over here. 96% of the respondents agree that AI can help in identifying new strategies and approaches for mitigating the impacts of fluvial floods, while 47.1% of the respondents agree that the government should definitely invest more in AI research to predict fluvial floods in Malaysia. Moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we navigate the findings of our study, we also managed to seize the opportunity to join an online talk via Zoom from World Wildlife Fund by an officer of WWF, Mr. Tommy Cho. As you can see, one of the pictures shown is one of our team members asked Mr. Tommy a very brilliant question. You should also realize that the question asked really resonates with our sub-team,
which is to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation.
In conclusion, humans struggle to accurately predict natural disasters because they often make mistakes, let their emotions influence their decisions, and aren't always precise. AI accurately analyzes data from various locations nationwide to predict and summarize information. If there's a dangerous rise in water levels, it quickly alerts nearby areas.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, dear future leaders of our nation, what are the challenges of AI? So these are the challenges.
Tanya, will there be compliance with data security?
Yes, the management will make sure that AI would meet the data security requirements before being utilized.
Are there any guarantees that a breach of privacy will never happen?
Yes, the management will make sure that AI would integrate with data security mechanism to improve AI system.
But Tanya, I will consume a lot of money to be utilized.
But with full cooperation from the public, government, and non-government organizations, we can make sure that we get enough funds to fully implement AI in our country.
How can the public be more aware of the need of AI?
By making sure every person has the experience of using AI through campaigns in schools, community, and much more, Faza. Now, moving on, here are the advantages of AI in fluvial flood management. The first one is it opens up new job opportunities. Secondly, management will receive data a lot faster to help detect data in certain places. And the third is less opportunity for humans to make a sabotage of information such as bribery and false news.
The recommendations we have concluded based on our study are implement sensors integrated with our technology to monitor the water surface level. Next, expand our early warning system. Moreover, collaborate for data sharing and analysis. And lastly, integrate our into policies. Ladies and gentlemen, here are some of our references.
Ladies and gentlemen, a total of 200 million ringgit of loss and a total reaching 71,000 Malaysians heavily affected by the pluvial flood. How more destructive can this become in the future? Thus, by integrating our technology altogether, this will improve our preparedness on disaster management. With that, we end
our presentation. The environment
is where we live, and development is what we do to improve our living. Thank you.
Thank you. I would now like to invite the audience to ask questions.
Sorry.
Okay, so you mentioned how pluvial flood occurs. May I ask, what is your own AI solution to overcome this problem? Like something new in the world of AI that you would like to innovate to overcome pluvial flood?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the question. Very good question. Well, honestly, we haven't made our own solutions to solve the AI problem, but we have thought of it, and that is one of it. If we have the resources at the time, we would like to make like a correlation between all the authorities and the AI systems, so that when something like a natural disaster happens, such as a pluvial flood, so the AI systems will detect like the rise in water level, and then it will immediately tell the authorities to alert other things, such as the resource team to allocate resources for the civilization, the camps, to the rescue camps, and then move teams such as rescuers.
All right, thank you. Can you briefly explain more on why do you think AI is better than human?
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, to answer that question, let me give you an example. I assume you guys have all used any calculator before, right? So we use the calculator to solve an hard mathematical equations. But does that mean we can't solve it ourselves? No, we can solve it, but it may take a lot of time, and our personal mistakes can make the answers incorrect. So the same implies with AI. AI will collect a lot of data, and summarize it. But does that mean all the data we can summarize ourselves? No. With the use of AI, the data can be simplified and be summarized a lot faster and more accurate. And in our case, in natural disaster management, it is really important. So no more loss of life can be added. Thank you. I hope that answers your question.
All right, thank you. Can you briefly explain, are there any drawbacks to using AI as compared to using humans?
Okay, so first of all, AI can consume a lot of money. So we need a lot of fund and we need cooperation from all the people. And one of the challenges is we want to make sure all the people can cooperate together to understand and give their funds to AI. Do you want to add anything?
So other than that, the challenges that we saw with AI based on our survey actually was that people actually don't have trust in AI because there hasn't been any solid proof that AI can help in disaster management. So, but with the research done by Professor Hanif and his team, that is the proof that AI can help in natural disaster management. Thank you.
Okay, is it on? Okay. Assalamualaikum and good evening. Earlier you mentioned about smart tunnel, right? Can you briefly explain the relationship between the smart tunnel and the integration of it with the pluvial flood? Thank you.
So what are the similarities between the smart tunnel and AI, right? Okay. So both of them are used to reduce the occurrence of pluvial flood. However, smart tunnel can also be implemented with AI technology to make it more efficient. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, College Islam Sultan Alam Shah, for the wonderful presentation. Now, I would like to invite Sekolah Menengah Sains Raja Tun Azlan Shah to begin their presentation.
Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has the ability to help humans discover new solutions by using advanced data processing. AI is when machines and software are programmed to replicate human decision-making processes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to the panel of judges, teachers, my teammates, and all members of the floor. Our team has been given the task to talk about AI solution for environmental protection, leveraging technology to safeguard our planet, which is related to SDG 9, which consists of industry, innovation, and infrastructure. So the title of our presentation today will be AI's pivotal role in propelling the maritime industry in the Lumut Port.
Next, on the screen here are the content of our whole research that have been put into the presentation right here. They consist of 6 parts total.
Do you know over 90% of the world goods are transported by the sea? This is why the marine and shipping industry is very important to us. It is used to transport things globally all around the world. As for our research location, why do we even choose the Lumut Port? Well, our team have decided to focus on the marine and shipping industry at Lumut Perak, which is called the Lumut Port. It provides lots of services such as uploading facilities, transporting and receiving cargoes, shipbuilding, and also shipwrecking. Thus, it is very perfect to talk about.
However, as you may already know, every boons have its own bans. Therefore, it is my responsibility to tell you about the bans of the marine and shipping industry. To start, are you aware that the marine and shipping industry is responsible for up to 3% of greenhouse emissions in the whole world? This means there are more than 1 billion tons of these gases being emitted into our environment. These gases and emissions include carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and also hydrofluorocarbon, which is also known as HFC. But why has this become such a serious matter? Well, let me break it down to you. If you happen to inhale lots of polluted air and it gets inside your lung, it will be easy for you to catch respiratory diseases, and you will be very, very sick. But not just that. The marine and shipping industry is also responsible for the death and extinction of marine life as the consequence of oil spillage. It is also the cause of global warming, as it traps the heat from the sun.
As you all know, every research has its own aim. Therefore, the aim of this research is to acknowledge how AI tools contribute to the reduction of greenhouse gases emissions, is to comprehend how the Lumut Port cooperates with technology, innovation, and pilot demonstrations to find the solutions to some major issues. And lastly, is to figure out how to decarbonize the marine and shipping industry. So stay with us till the end of our presentation to know how we will achieve these objectives here.
To fulfill the objectives of our research, our team have applied two main methods, which are the qualitative method and the quantitative method. These methods are being used for us to find and gather all the information that we need. On the screen right here are some of the prime examples for each method.
While conducting an interview with T.S. Hazrul Rizal, there's one thing he mentioned, which is the Green Voyage 2050 project. So what is the aim of this project? This project focuses on achieving net zero emissions of GHG gases by the year 2050. But how? He said that the Malaysia Marine Department can set strategic partnerships with other countries and companies, not just in Asia, but globally all around the world, so that development can be made. He also said that the Malaysia Marine Department can implement the usage of technology cooperation, innovation, and pilot demonstrations. As a result, the success rate of this project will rise up.
Furthermore, according to T.S. Hazrul Rizal, he also mentioned the use of the digital twin. The digital twin is an artificial intelligence that is being used to stimulate, visualize, and also predict the possibilities of what may happen to our environment if the rate of pollution does go down along the upcoming years. But how does this work? Well, information about its physical copy is being fed to the AI. And in our case, its physical copy or twin is the whole sea itself. Therefore, the artificial intelligence will construct a simulation of the sea. Therefore, experiments can be done without any limits. And from this, the best approaches and decisions can be made. And up here are some of the results of using the digital twins.
Other than that, T.S. Hazrul Rizal also mentioned that the Lumut Port implement the usage of Energy Efficiency Existing Ship Index, or EEXI. To make it easier for you all to understand, EEXI basically means the energy efficiency of ships. So how does this EEXI help in our efforts? It helps by setting a benchmark for energy efficiency of ships. Ships are required to meet the specific benchmark that is set based on their size and type, but normally it would be 15 grams per ton a mile. There are various ways to achieve this, such as set a limit to the engine power, or find another alternative using innovative energy efficiency technologies. So to conclude things, when the EEXI is improved, this means that less fuel is being used, resulting in the reduction of greenhouse gases emissions.
Moreover, the S-Hazard result also mentioned the implementation of this sensor-based monitoring. But how does this AI tool differ to your normal sensors? Well, these AI tools are highly sensitive and can differentiate between gases that are being released. They can distinguish between carbon dioxide, ammonia, nitrous oxide, or even HFC, even when they are at a very, very low level. Your normal sensors cannot do this. And from the readings, an accurate analytical data can be made. And from the provided data, we can get the best decisions to counteract this issue.
On top of that, our team have also worked on a questionnaire through Opera for a total of 150 respondents. And as you can see on the screen, these are some brief information about our respondents.
Next, these are some of the questions that we've included in our questionnaire. And as you may see, almost half of our respondents agree that the marine and shipping industry is a major contributor to the GHG emissions. And in response, they think that the transport ministry should aid us in decarbonizing the marine and shipping industry by developing global tools.
Other than that, the majority of our respondents also thinks that emission reduction system is one of the initiatives that leads to technological advancement or innovations without harming the environment.
Haris?
Yes, Adam?
From what I've heard so far,
yes,
the Malaysian Marine Department have lots of ideas and planning to work with.
You're right, Adam.
But what have been stopping us?
Well, once again, based on our questionnaire, high capacity cost is one of the challenges that is most faced by the Marine Department. As you know, in order to enhance our technology and machines, we need more additional funding.
Understood. Moreover, we've also included some success stories and initiatives of the past in our effort to decarbonize the marine and shipping industry. And as you may see, almost all of our respondents, or should I say, our whole society, view these stories and initiatives positively. Therefore, it means that they support us in our effort to save our environment by using AI tools.
As for the recommendations, our team thinks that the Lumut Port should invest more money in research and development because every detailed information that is obtained through the research and every development that is made is very useful in helping our efforts.
Next is global collaboration. Through the Green Voyage 2050 project, Malaysia have collaborated with multiple countries such as Sri Lanka, Georgia, and also Azerbaijan in our effort to decarbonize the marine and shipping industry. But our team thinks that if we collaborate with more modern and advanced countries, we can produce a much more efficient results.
Lastly, for data and monitoring, researchers can analyze and monitor the data that is obtained to the research earlier to see if our efforts throughout these years is working or not.
These are the references and the people we've reached out to during our whole research.
But wait, before we end our presentations, this problem is such a serious matter. And our team believes that if we stand as one and work together,
climate emergency is a race we can win.
Thank you very much.
Now, I would like to invite the audience to ask questions. If there are no questions from the audience, we would like to invite the panel.
Okay. Nice presentation. Thank you. May I know who is your respondent and how we can rely on your data?
Well, our respondents consist of our students from our school and also the parents of the students. We also launch the questionnaire to a community where people have knowledge about AI tools and shipping and marine industry. Does that answer your question?
Assalamualaikum and good evening. Can we go back to your findings where there's a pie chart when you ask about the... Can you just go back to the findings? This one. Okay. No, the one earlier. Previous one. Okay. The question challenges faced by the Marine Department, is that the question addressed to people who already know about the challenges, or it's just their opinion?
It's both actually. It's for people who already know about this sector, or even people that doesn't know about this. So it is mixed, and it is the overall answer from our respondents. Thank you.
Sorry, can you mention again that how can we rely on your data?
Yes, you can. Because the data that we've presented to you just now is from TS as a result, which is the Senior Assistant Director. This one. Yes. The respondent consists of the teachers community, the students, and also the parents of the students in Stratas. And most of them are knowledgeable in this issue.
Like I just said just now, our questionnaire is launched to a community where they have knowledge about this issue. So I think that is enough to say that our data can be used.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interesting presentation. Thank you to our educators for your time.
Thank you.